Hello, everybody. We're here again. Oh, yes. Oh, abundance, new doors. Wow. Has been opened. The land. The land is green. It is green. New grace has been released. New grace has been released. All right, guys, good evening. I'm excited to be here again today. Today is the 19th of 30 days of wisdom, and it has been awesome so far. I've enjoyed myself talking with super amazing guests since we started, and today is not going to be an exception of the greatness. It's going to be super awesome. Even today, it gets better, guys. It only gets better. So just try and share the link with somebody. Let them know we've started again this evening. And today is the 19th. We're going to be talking about grants and online opportunities, and that is going to be with no other person than a very awesome man I've followed for years right now, Mr. Dayo Adetiloye, and I'm going to be joining him to the live very soon. I just want to give a quick recap of what this is all about. This is WinCube, and what we'll do is to train ourselves, to empower ourselves on the three major aspects of the human experience. That's the spiritual experience, the mental, and the physical. And it has been awesome. In 30 days of wisdom, we've talked about faith, we've talked about skills, we've talked about sales, we've talked about money, we've talked about relationship, we've talked about health and fitness and wellness. We've literally talked about almost everything, and today is not going to be an exception of something super awesome, as we will be talking about grants when it relates to business and online opportunities, and I'm sure you are really going to learn a whole lot today. So I wanted to tag somebody, let them know we've started today, and let's roll together. So in 30 seconds, just enjoy yourself with Sinach. Oh, yes, we've talked about self-love. Thank you, Rena. Yes, thank you so much for joining in, Miss Christiana, Christopher Bull, Henry Ayoro. Thank you so much. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you so much for joining in, Victor Pierre. It's really going to be an awesome evening today. And I love this song I'm listening to. This is by Sinach. It says overflow. There's an overflow. There's an outpouring of blessings. And the more we know, the more we see the blessings that the Lord has given to us, even in the land of the living. So much abundance everywhere. And that's what the song is about. Yeah, it's my reality. My wildest dreams is doing my reality. Yes. All right, guys, let's start it. Let's get into it. As I invite to join me right now, our guest for today, Mr. Dayo Adetiloye. It's a new level. Yeah, it's a new level, guys. After these 30 days of wisdom, I'm taking over. We are taking over. Are you guys taking over right there? We're going to be taking over. Yes, Mr. Dayo is here right now. I'm super excited. Come on, let me just give some. Mr. Dayo, I'm so excited to have you here. Good evening, sir. How are you doing today, sir?
Very fine. I'm excited to be here also. I hope that I'm loud enough, audible enough for our audience to hear us.
Oh, yes. You're very loud and clear. I hope you can hear me too also.
Yeah, very loud and clear. All right. I'm really super sure that we're going to have a super beautiful, awesome, blissful time this evening with you. Yeah, I'm really so excited to hear from you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your consistency over the years. I remember I was in 200 level, and it was going to be a break. And there's this program that was designed by some postgraduate students in OAU then, ESAP, I think. And you were our lecturer. You taught us about project management, and then I was like, wow. This is really so great. I mean, there's a way you taught us so well then, and I'm like, no. This is the passion in your art, the book you wrote then that you had some ambassadors selling to us then, and we read those books, and it really opened our eyes to opportunities outside of school and all. And I really want to thank you for your consistency. Thank you for being all that you are.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for inviting me. I appreciate what you do. I've looked at your podcast. It has been awesome. The 30 Days of Wisdom also, I've been following that. It has been awesome. I want to really let you know that what you are doing is something laudable, is something that is creating impact. And the impact is not even now. All right. In the next few months, now you will meet some people and they will say, I was there when you invited somebody to come and engage us on this online platform, and they will be so appreciative. They will tell you that they have used one thing or the other that has really helped them and they are now doing well. You know, those are the ripple effect of what you are doing. So I want to really say, keep it up. It's a great thing that you're doing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. We actually see what you were doing those times, and it really inspired us. And those are the things actually they were seed into some of the little things we are doing right now. And we're so grateful to God that you didn't just do it then. Your consistency is so laudable. And every time I see you make a post, every time I see you encourage, organize events, I'm like, wow, Mr. Dayo has been at it for years right now. You've impacted a whole lot of lives. Thank you so much, sir, for your consistency. We're so grateful, and we're happy that you say yes to our invitation. And so this is 30 Days of Wisdom, like you said, and we started on the 2nd of May. It has been an awesome time, and today we want to talk about grants and online opportunities. And I was thinking, who else is able to do this if not Mr. Dayo? Mr. Dayo has one. I mean, he knows a lot about getting grants, you know, government grants, private institutions. He has even trained people over the years about grants. So some people start businesses and they are looking for, their business is just shaky. They didn't know that there are some things, there are some opportunities out there that people can really get to really pump into their business. But then before we even go into grants and all, I would want you to just give us a brief introduction of yourself, sir, and then we can just get into the whole conversation. So can you just introduce yourself to us?
Okay, great. So my name is Dayo Adetiloye. I'm an international business planning and development consultant. I work with people to start, grow, and expand their businesses. I have experience in working in the SME development sector. All right, so I've been doing this for close to 10 years now. Like I started right from school, like what he said, and then over the years we've learned from people that we are following, and now we've built structures around what we do. I have an online platform, dayoadetiloye.com, where I showcase a lot of my expression. I also have a YouTube platform, Dayo Adetiloye. If you go on YouTube and you just type Dayo Adetiloye, you see some of our expression on that platform. So over the years, we've worked with especially young people to start their businesses, to grow financial freedom. We've worked with them to assess opportunity to start businesses. And today, I'm happy and glad that we are doing this. And if you are on this call today, you are going to learn something new, practical things that you can do right from here, that you can apply to your business, whether it's just an idea that is still in your brain, in your mind, that you want to start. Then today I'm going to share things that you are going to use. If you are already into business and nobody has supported you, you have been doing it all yourself, there are people that want to support you. Wow. And when we talk about support, it's just about money. Money is the least of what you can access. It's the least. Wow. There are so many other supports that is more than money. One contact with one person can transform everything you are doing. That's contact with just one person transform everything you are doing. I've seen that over time, that I've been on this journey. I've met people that we just recommend you, and before you know, you are doing what you know how to do best. But without their recommendation, you cannot get inside. You cannot get to that space. So these are the things that we are going to learn together today.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, sir. I mean, this is really super awesome. And like I do with the other speakers who are married, I tell them that, okay, he's also the husband of one wife. And he's been married for some years. I remember when he was getting married then, I'm like, wow, Mr. Dayo is settling down and all. He does a lot of things. And most of the time when people are really faced with passion and purpose like this, they forget to get married. But then Mr. Dayo got married. All right, sir. So let's go straight into it. Now let's talk a little bit about business. Based on your experience, what can you say about small businesses? Because people think when they think business, they think something super big. Oh, I cannot do that. Oh, I cannot do that. So what do you think of businesses? I mean, especially small businesses that anybody can start. What are they? How can people get into it? How can they start it? I think we should start from there before we even talk about grants and other things.
Okay, so one thing we need to know is that in every society, small businesses are the job providers. They are the one that provide jobs, and they are also the engine of every economy that you see around prospering and thriving. Small businesses are the engine of those economies. Now, in some places, we talk about family business. There are some places that they have a lot of family business in their economy, and those family business have grown very big, very big. Now, in other parts of the world that are not exposed to business, a lot of people don't have family business. For example, Africa, we have very few family businesses that are thriving. What people are over to their children here, they are not even handing over anything. It's handing over, for example, you as a professor, you are a professor of, say, animal science, and you cannot even hand over, even if it is 2 hectares of farm to your children, just handing over, you cannot hand over your certificate.
That's
even you are a professor, hand over your certificate. There are some things you cannot hand over, but businesses, you can pass it from one generation to another. It's a way of and businesses solve problems. Any business that does not solve problem is not qualified to make money. All right? Solve problems. So you want to look at your environment. What are the problems you see around? That is where your research should start from. Business should not start because you have money. The fact that you have money does not qualify you to go and start a business. Because if you have money and because you have money, you go and open, let's say, a restaurant closer to your house where there is no customer, where everybody is okay. Before you know, you spend all the money, finish, you pay salaries, no customer comes in, you buy stock, you furnish the place. Before you know, you just shut down. That's the reason why a lot of businesses are shutting down all over. Why? Because they are not looking at problems. They just decide to start something because they have money. So you have money does not qualify you that you should start a business. So starting a business starts from a problem that you have seen. And you look at this problem that it cut across every sphere. In terms of you're looking at the market. If you discover that there is a problem you want to solve, you also want to weigh it. How many people are facing this problem? When you start creating solutions, how many people will buy it? Is the solution limited to my society alone, or it's a solution you can put together that can cross border? Is it a solution that you can put together that you can deliver via technology, maybe the internet? You understand now? So you really want to sit down, and when we look at businesses, it's not just physical business we are talking about. We're also talking about digital business. It's the same thing. What problem? In Nigeria today, we have a solution called Seller. Seller is a solution online that is solving problems for creators in Nigeria and across Africa. You know that today that seller platform is growing massively.
Wow.
It's growing. They are not announcing that they have raised funds, but if you see the attraction, the number of people using seller today is growing in leaps. So we're talking about solution that solves real problem. And that's the reason why we don't get grants. Why? Because their business is not solving problem. They don't know the people that will buy this solution. Some people, they create solution, they now look for customer for it. And if you do that, it's very difficult. You just create a solution, you now start looking for customer. Whereas the first thing, look for customers that have problems, create solution for them. So business is something that we want people to start. Even if it's going to be a plan B, start a business. Even if it's going to be side hustle, there are so many names, they call it all over the world. Anything that you can hand over to your work, the work or the job that you have now, you can hand it over to your children. In fact, they can fire you. If they don't fire you, they can retire you. All right? So many things they can do for that job that you have. Look at in Nigeria now, we have ASU strike. Our lecturers are not going to class again. But that time, what are they using it to do? If they have a side hustle, they will have focused that timing on building what they are building. And those are the things that we need to do. So if you are here on this call, if you have other people that need to listen to this, call them, let them come and listen. It's time for us to start something that you can hand over to generations to come. And once you start your business, there are things that you need to now start looking at, because starting is not enough. Statistics are before 5 years, 95% of businesses that starts now will close down before the next 5 years. And it has been, and it's because of some of these things that we are looking at. If you are not solving real problems, if you are disobeying business principle, there are a lot of people disobeying business principle. And once you disobey business principle, the business is going to shut down. And these are the things people should begin to look at as business is concerned.
Wow, this is really super awesome introduction. Thank you so much. I mean, there's a way you were just saying it. You made it so simple and so understandable. Like, this is really super powerful. I've never seen it in that light before. That business, I know. Obviously, we cannot hand over certificate to our children, but then at least if we have businesses, especially in Africa, if we have family businesses that is solving real problem, it's easy to hand it over to the next generation. And that is really super, super, super awesome. Thank you so much for explaining business. Business should solve real problems, because when people are not solving real problems, that's why businesses fail easily. And all this is really, really super awesome. Thank you so much, sir. And now I would like to ask, right? I would like to ask now, based on your experience, though you've mentioned 1 or 2 or 3 things, like, what are the percentages, or how often do businesses stop because they don't have help, like we call it? Let's not just call it money alone now, because they don't have help, maybe in form of mentors, advice, and finances and all. How often do businesses stop, right? And that's one. And then what solutions, what available opportunities are there, right, that can be a help to such businesses based on your experience and in your field?
Okay, very good. Based on the work I do, I've worked with businesses that at the initial stage, they access funding. After a while, they stopped.
Wow.
All right. So I've seen things like that before. And these are the reasons. Number one, the fact that you have money does not mean you are in business.
Wow.
And that you have money, maybe a grant, it could be a grant, it could be that your uncle just dash you or loan you money does not mean you are in business. Like I said, business starts from the customer. So the fact that you set and there is no customer, then the business is going to run bad. So there are things that businesses should do so that they don't run out or shut down. Number one, they need consistent flow of customer. Consistent of customer. You need to keep on having customers that you are delivering your value to. Now, these customers, they are the one that will be your brand ambassador. They are the one that are satisfied, that will go and share your service or your products with other people. Have you heard about this business? They are doing well. Their service is fantastic. The product is quality. If you buy it, if you use it, it's awesome. You understand? Consistent flow of customer. Another thing that businesses needs to do is that some business, they actually have customer. So customer is not their problem. But their problem is that as money is coming in, that money is also going out.
Wow.
Any business that does not have savings is not safe.
Wow.
Any business that does not have savings is not safe. So some people, as money is coming in, they are not even investing it in the business. You know what they are using the money to do? There's something we call black tax in Africa, black tax. That means you have family, relatives that consistently demands from you. Because you are doing business and they see that your business is doing well, they now say that this thing should be a national cake everybody must collect from. So somebody comes today and collects 2,000, you pick it from the business money. Somebody comes tomorrow, demand for, they will come to you as an urgency, like something that's urgent. And you want to also, you don't want to send them away. So before you know, all your profit, including your startup capital, everything is gone.
Wow.
And once you continue to do like that, your business will soon shut down. You understand? So these are business principles that you must have. Another thing that most of our businesses, especially small business, don't do is they don't engage consultants.
Wow.
I was listening to one of our role models in the field, Leke Ada, at some point, because he consults for all these multinationals. He said a typical bank has over 25 consultants.
Wow.
I'm not talking about full-time staffs that work with them. I'm talking about consultants. They have consultants for different things as regards to the bank. And that's the reason why if you see that of recent, in Nigeria, for example, our banking system is really stable. You don't wake up and say this bank has shut down. You don't wake up. So apart from the capitalization that the CBN we ask them to raise, they also engage consultants. Now, every small businesses must have consultants helping them to look through their processes.
Wow.
All right. Now, you cannot be able to pay consultants high fee. Like there are different levels of consultants. There are ones that charge in billions. There are ones that charge in millions. There are ones that charge in thousands. One thing you need to know is that at your level, engage external people that can give you feedback and pay them.
Wow.
Something that you can pay them. There are some people that cannot afford me again now. But there are some people that at some point when I was still charging something like 200K, they could afford me and they engage me. You understand? But there are some that they cannot afford me now. But there are people like kolawole that they can afford. Reach out to them. Let external people look at what you are doing. For example, in my business, I run a business consulting outfit. And in my business, every year we do company retreat. I bring in external people to look at all our financials, everything that we are doing. They give us advice. They tell us, they look at what we want to do in the coming year. They give us advice, and we'll be consistent like that for the last 5 years.
Wow.
So when you see businesses thriving, they are applying principles, they are engaging external people. For example, your money and the business money are not the same thing. They are not. You must put yourself on salary. All right? As a business owner, you must put yourself on salary. Now, I tell people, some people will say, my business is not buoyant enough to pay me. Let it be on record that the business is owing you. So that the time the business is going to boom, you will not collect more than what is entitled to you.
Wow.
You understand? Some people just eat one contract like that. Hey, the next thing they will do, they will go and buy a Lamborghini and buy one big car like that. And before you know, all the big money, they are back to square one.
Wow.
So, but if you have a decent salary and you increase it as the capacity of the business increases, because as a business owner, also you don't want to be working and you have nothing to show for it. So, anything that your business can afford to pay you now, put it there. For example, my business pay me every month. I'm on salary every month. Any month that my business cannot afford to pay me, then it's on record that the business is owing me, and it will pay me in due record. So most SME, they mix their personal finance with their corporate finance. They mix it together. And once they do that, there's no way you will succeed. I met somebody, he couldn't separate it. And we said, the way you are going, your business will soon shut down. It's making money, real money, but a lot of family demands did not make him to separate the business money from personal finance. And we keep advising him that if you continue like that, it's not going to work. So a lot of these things, then a lot of SME, they don't read. They don't read books. They don't read books. If you are an SME, if you want to be successful in business, really, you need to be reading about it every day. You need to be reading about it. You need books. Anything you want to start, first read about it. Once you read about it, get training on it. Anything you want to start, even if you have started and you are not a professional in it, get training on it. Then get mentor in that field. When we say mentor, the mentor must be successful in that field. Don't want to get a mentor that is that at the end of the day, you will now be mentoring your mentor. Like that. You when you are picking mentor, you don't put familiarity because the person is your brother and your brother does not have the results. It does not mean that that brother should be your mentor. Your mentor must have the experience and must be willing to mentor you. So people will mention, say, this person is my mentor. You and that person have not talked for 6 months, and you say it's your mentor. It's your mentor. You don't want to have torment. There are some also they don't even want you to grow, and you got them. So for mentor, go for training in that field. If your mentor can as well be your trainer, fine and good. But if they are not the same, go for training, go for mentor. For example, somebody reach out to us, want to start a bakery business. And the person did not know anything about bakery. You know, some people, they will just wake up and come with one idea. And we sell it. And we are helping that person to look for a trainer on it. And you have to train from the best. You learn from the best. You don't just access any training anyhow. You learn from the best, and the best training will now empower you. I met somebody also of recent. She traveled out of Nigeria to UK to learn how to take care of garments. The person is doing laundry. She traveled out to go and learn it. Today, the person has 3 branches. There is one laundry that wanted to shut down in Ibadan. She bought it over. She bought it. Why? Because she understands the business in and out. You understand?
Yes.
Businesses that today is people with knowledge that will buy it.
Wow.
They will buy it. So you don't want to joke with knowledge. It's not just about money. And that money part, we'll start talking about it now. How to raise finance for your business. Once you have knowledge, you will just discover that the amount you need, you might not need up to that amount again. Let's say you need 10 million to start a business and you don't know anything about that business and you need 10 million. Now you go for training, you meet a mentor and you are able to pay for training. There are some mentoring systems. In fact, there are some mentoring that are not free again now. Mentorship is not free again. You pay for it.
That's true.
You understand? So once you do that, you can discover that you don't need 10 million again. Maybe the team, because of knowledge, maybe the team will now shut down and reduce to 7 million. You understand? Because knowledge. Why some people, they will spend the whole 10 million, they will still be looking for money. Why? They lack knowledge.
That's true.
So you need anything to do, you go for knowledge on it. So I think those ones will help our listener as they start their business or trying to grow their.
This is really, really super awesome. My God, like, hey, Jesus, like these are powerful, powerful stuff. And I just want to reiterate them very quickly. Mr. Dayo Adetiloye has been able to line up things that really stop businesses. Most of the time we think, oh, it's because there's no money. But then there are several other things that stop businesses first before money even show up. And number one of it, he said, is customers. Some people don't have flow of customers, and that's number one thing you need. You need customers. You need people that will keep buying your business, that will keep buying your product or pay for your services, because that's what keeps you in business. And that is really, really super awesome. And then number two, he mentioned that you as a business owner or a small business owner, you must learn to save from what you are making from the business. He said something that is very profound. A business that is not saving is not safe. If you are not saving, then your business is not safe. Don't forget, we started by talking about why business is even important. It's a business you can hand over to children. You cannot hand over your certificate as a professor, even though it's good to be a professor. And he was asking a question, in this present time where there's strike, for example, in Nigeria, what are the lecturers doing when they are not going to lectures? And imagine they have a small business, a business that they can keep running by the side. And then number three, that makes businesses to stop is engaging consultant. Many people are not engaging consultant. They are trying to do it by themselves, for themselves, with themselves and all. And he engage consultants, people who are really, really doing well in that space. They know about business. They've studied business. They know how to go about it. If you cannot afford some people, you can go to another level. If you cannot afford that level, there are levels to these things, and you can afford just engage somebody, engage an external person that can look into your business. And we talked about let your business pay you. Don't mix your money with business money, and that's a mistake that many of us do make. And then another point is reading, seeking knowledge, and that is really super powerful. Thank you so much, sir. And then you said we're going to go now into the money aspect. Now, some people want to know, because Mr. Dayo has been a beneficiary of many grants. I know of some of them. I mean, I know he got a grant from Tony Elumelu, for example, the Tony Elumelu grants and all. And then he even became a mentor in that space. I mean, he has been engaged many times to be a mentor for people who came around to take. I know that Mr. Dayo also got a grant from Diamond Bank one time like that. It's a long time ago, I think. And many other ones. So there is something that some of us or many of us do not know. We think that it can only be by ourselves or by our family money that we can run business. And some of us feel that, oh, there's no money in the family or we don't have money. So how do we gain access? So after we've tackled some of these things, right, and we are still in that space, but every business still needs money. So how do we gain access? What are grant opportunities? Can we talk about finance a little bit when it comes to business, sir?
Okay, very good. So how do you finance your idea? How do you finance your business growth? How do you finance your expansion growth?
Yeah.
These are questions that people ask over and over again. Now, one thing you need to know is that if you're on this call, you are between age 18 and 35 years of age. A lot of money are flying over. Are you positioned to receive them? That's the question for you. 18 to 35. I'm above 35 now, so there are some grants I cannot apply for again. You understand?
Yes.
Before I discover a lot of strategies of winning grants, it was like 2 years or 3 years to leave that space of 18 to 35.
Wow.
So what I do majorly now is to mentor people as young as 18, 20, 23. Because if you have been doing something for 10 years, if you have been applying, imagine you start by 20. Before you are 30, you will have moved back to back.
That's true.
And the funniest thing is information is very important in life. Don't do information. That's the reason why if you are watching the replay of this, if you can download it and save it and keep watching it over and over again, please do. Don't joke with
information.
Trainings that I was shortlisted to attend, that it was within that training that my eyes got opened. Even though I've won grants. Wow. Even at my level then that I've won 1 or 2 grants, there are a lot that I did not know until somebody came and told it to me.
Wow.
The person that told it to me, his name is Many Blessing. Many Blessing is my mentor when it comes to fundraising and winning grants. The last grant he won $250,000 US. Can somebody help me to just $250,000 US? 250,000. I think never today. At that time, I think never to dollar was like maybe 400 naira or thereabouts. Just use 400 naira times $250,000 US. And the funniest thing, the business that won that grant is just within 6 months. I mean, you conceive an idea now, and you run that idea for 6 months, and that idea won grants.
Wow.
This thing is like plug and if you know how to do it, you will win grants.
It's 100 million naira.
It's a lot. It's millions, and there is no way you access that kind of funding that you will not sit down and do big business. Now, to access funds generally, there is grants, there is loan, there is your personal savings, all right? There is crowdfunding and all of these options of raising money. But today we are going to narrow it down to grants. Now, the first thing about you accessing grants is about you yourself and the business. You yourself and the business. You yourself, what are you supposed to do? Number one, do you have means of identification? Like maybe national passport, maybe driver's license, or voter's card, or NIN. Do you have it? Now, some people don't have email address. You'll be surprised. Email address, you want to access email address. Or they don't have a functional one, the one that you open every day. You are expecting mails. You understand now?
Yes.
Some people, they don't have a phone that can browse. A phone that, I mean, smartphones, not stupid phone, or stupid phone and phone that cannot even connect to the internet. You understand?
Yes, sir.
They don't have laptops. I tell people today, young people, the first thing you should raise money for is a good laptop that can have unlimited access to the internet. Those two things, when it comes to accessing grants, or limited access to internet and your laptop and a phone that can browse. Once you have those things, that's on your personal level now. Your social media, personally, social media, don't be posting, I just wake up, I'm eating eba, I'm eating right. Don't be posting all those things online. You understand? You be surprised that some people lost grant just because of those things. They will go and profile you. Who are you? They want to know you. They are not just going to dash you money. They will look at all the things. Facebook, Instagram, anywhere you have expression, they will size you out because they want to be sure that anybody they want to give money is not somebody that, let's say, a company from America want to give out grants, and they don't want to give it to somebody that is already making jest of their country on social media. Wow. You understand? Or promote that their mission and vision is not aligned with. You understand now? So all those things you have to be very, very careful. Now, on the business side, one, business must solve real problem. I mean real problem. And you must have a unique way you are solving it. A very unique way. Your unique way could be technology, it could be marketing, it could be processing, it could be just something very unique. Gone are the days where everybody is doing the same thing. Nobody will give you grant doing the same thing. People give grants to people that are doing something different. Wow. Something different they are doing. So once you solve a problem and you have a unique way you are solving it, the next thing you want to do is you want to, if you are just starting, you want to give a name to your brand. You want to have a name for that business. And that name, there are things you must do to those names. You must register it with Corporate Affairs Commission. So in Nigeria, we have Corporate Affairs Commission. In your country, anywhere you are watching all over the world, there are ways you register your business. So you go through it. Nobody will give businesses that they are not registered. Wow. Be doing 5 years, they will not give it to you. Whereas somebody that registered business that is just 6 months, they will give that person. You that you've been doing and you are not registered, they will not give it to you. So my company register businesses for people. So you can reach out to me. You can send me a DM if you want to register your business, either the business name or limited liability company. Reach out to me. I will do that for you. So once you are registered, you get TIN number, tax certification number. Once you do that, you will now proceed to any bank of your choice and open a bank account for that business. Wow. It's very important to give you grants to your personal account. They will not give it to you. Even your uncle to dash you money. If he sees that you have a account, quickly he will transfer the money. If he sees that you have a personal account, he will say, oh boy, go and register the thing first. Wow. I remember when I was serving in 2009, 2010, that was when I registered my first company. I registered my first company, Particular Wonder Solution, as a corporate at the company. I did not use my money. And the funniest thing that time, our salary, our alawi, they used to call it alawi, that time was 9775. That means I used a 1 month salary to register business. You can go hungry because of those decisions, but it's going to pay you later. That's true. You sow seed like that, later you will reap it. Do you know that it's this same business that I registered in 2009 that I used to win the BAT grant sponsored by Diamond Bank? It's the same business. They just asked me, what are you doing? I said, I study agriculture, so I registered. It just makes sense for me to register an agri business that is solving problems in the agri space. And that was what I registered. And I opened a bank account. And I opened Diamond Bank account even at that time. Wow. And when Out of all the people that applied all over Nigeria, I was selected among top 50.
Wow.
And the grant was even the grant for the 50 people was to go to Lagos Business School for 6 months training. So they pay Lagos Business School to attend that training. When we find out about the amount for that training, they said it was roughly ₦1 million in 2010 and 11, thereabouts.
Wow. Wow.
Then maybe it will be ₦3 million now.
Yeah.
So the first grant I got was to attend that training, and it was a training, not a cash. They didn't give me cash directly.
Yes.
But do you know that training was the bedrock of what I'm doing today?
Wow.
You understand now?
Yes. Yes.
A lot of people I met at that program that time, we are still connected today. You know, in Lagos Business, they sell more of the network. They sell network to the people you will meet. You yourself will be happy that correct quality people. We are still very, very. We celebrated like 7 years of being together this year. We had like a reunion. Everybody came in. People traveled and were together. So that kind of environment, if you are not there, you are not there. There are some things they will discuss in that environment that you cannot get it. You cannot get it on YouTube. You know, there are some people, when you want to learn anything, they will go to YouTube. And let me say this to you. 40% of knowledge is what you can get on YouTube. 40% of knowledge. The remaining 60% is with some people, and they will not share it on Facebook. They will not share it on YouTube. Come here on live to share. This live self is 1 hour. You want me to share what I've been learning for 10 years in 1 hour? It's not possible.
That's true. Wow.
For one-on-one coaching, one-on-one mentoring. You understand now? So let me just move on. The next thing you do is that once you register your business and you do all those things, the next thing you do is you start it. How do you start? Just go and start. They will not give money to somebody that has not started anything. Go and start. Anyhow, you can start it. Go and start. If you need to borrow, if you need to partner with somebody and come and use their small space to do something, go and start. Now, once you start documenting. There's something they call traction. They need traction. If you say today, a fashion designer, and it's only 2 people you are so close to, and you documented the process, you do videos, you snap pictures, and your own fashion is very unique. You put those things on platforms where they can see it. Where are the platforms they can see it? Like your YouTube, your Facebook page, your Instagram handle. Those are the places they can see it. And you say you're a fashion designer and you've only sold 2 clothes and you put it there. Do you know that they will be clapping for you? Somebody that has nothing to show, they are not going to pick that person. But you that you have something to show, if it is just 2, they will pick you. Remember, you have formalized your business, you have registered all those things. If you are not registered, they will not pick you. We just see you as a set of people. Now, documentation is very important. Document. Snap pictures, take videos, take testimonials. Those are the things you should be doing on Facebook and YouTube. You know, there are 2 types of people on this social media. They are consumer and they are creators. Don't just be a consumer, consuming. Very soon, you will have constipation. Start creating something. Be a creator. Look at this video that we are doing now, Instagram Live. What does it take you?
Um, all right, guys. So I think it's internet right now. It's gonna come back online. Okay, I think it's back now. Hello.
Okay.
Okay, welcome back, sir.
Okay, so I was talking about
Be a creator.
exactly, be a creator, not just consumer. So there are two types of people, like I said. Even the owner of Facebook doesn't stay on Facebook. If you stay on Facebook, how will they have time to be creating and developing the app that we have? Do you know that a lot of things they do every day just to maintain this app? They cannot be on Facebook and be scrolling. They have to be doing something. So I was trying to use yours as an example. You have Winkle platform. Now, I was trying to say that how much are you spending to have this live section? You know, some people they will say, I don't have money to buy video camera, like a camera that can record video. So that will be their limitation. They will just create limitations for themselves. Some people will say, I don't have. People create limitations for themselves, and they don't know that these things have been. Can you interview a customer, a satisfied customer on an Instagram live and just document it there? You understand now?
Wow. Yes.
Can you do a graphic? Can you use Canvas? There are some skills that you must have. Skills like Canva. Can you go on Canva and just do a graphic design that you don't need to pay a graphic designer and just do something about your business and put it online? Wow. You understand now? You say they don't have money to pay professionals. They don't have money to pay professionals to do design. Can't you do it yourself? Now, another thing to look at is a website. A website is very important. There is a business that wants Tony Lumelu grant. That business is just, it's not up to a year old.
Wow.
And want that, it's not up to a year. Even though Tony Lumelu gives ideas, they give ideas grants. If it's just idea you have, they give grants. But this website, this business has a website. Can you do business? Can you do a website for your idea? These things are like checklists that you need to take yourself through. Some people will say, I don't have money to do a website. That means you are not ready to collect grants. You are not ready to collect grants. They trust what is on your website than any other thing.
Wow.
They know that it's only people that create websites. So you need to do that. Then once you have all those things, the next thing is you need a business plan. My organization today, we write business plan for small business. In fact, it's one of our key services that we render. Business plan. If you need a business plan here, you can send me a DM and I will definitely give you discount because you are coming from this platform.
Wow.
You need a business plan. You need a pitch deck. You need a pitch deck. A pitch deck is like PowerPoint presentation that talks about your idea. So if you have that, now if you are an NGO, there is a flip to that. If you are an NGO, you need business plan for your for your company or for your organization internal workings. But when it comes to grants, you need what is called project proposal. Project proposal. An NGO, what you need is project proposal. And anybody giving you a grant will say, they can tell you, ensure you execute this project within 1 year. Some can tell you, execute this project within 2 years. You understand now? So that's the difference between them. Now, when you have all these written, some of them might cost you money to put it together, but you want to get money now. You understand? And one thing I used to advise people to do, don't try to Today, you are doing fashion. Tomorrow is agric. Next tomorrow, you are in the health space. Just grant for climate change, you put your head again. Don't be like that. Be consistent. Just do one thing. When people come for my session, I ask them, what business will you like to do? That in the next 10 years, you will be doing it. In the next 10 years, you will be doing that thing. Because you need to leverage what is called traction. You build up, this thing builds up. What I'm doing today now, I've been doing it for the past 10 years. I have a build up already. When people want to assess me, they look at my profile, they want to work with me. Why? Because I've been in this sector, in this industry for a long time. I've been building on it. I don't let anything to distract me. We call them shiny objects. They will distract you all around. You understand now? So if you want something to distract you, just stay in one place. Don't worry, the money will come. So people will say, I used to tell people that there are a lot of people in fashion and they are billionaires. There are people in the health sector, they are billionaires. There are people in the agri sector. There is nowhere you stay that you cannot be successful.
Wow.
So you don't need to. Yeah. So once you do all that, then you look for the grants. You look for information about people that wants to give grants out. Okay. And I tell you, every year, new organizations give grants. The question is, are you positioned for it? So the individual have been seeing what they are doing now. This year will be the 8th or 9th year that they have been giving out grants. Wow. There was a time it was to win by federal government of Nigeria that have been giving grants. After a while, it stopped. Tony Elumelu picked up. After Tony Elumelu picked up now, others have picked up. But these are not the only grants that are available in Nigeria. There are international grants. And people are not aware. Even myself, I was not aware until somebody showed it. You know, at a point when I was trying to apply for some of these things, I thought that Mandela Washington Fellowship was the only fellowship that existed at that time. And I keep on applying for it year in, year out. I did not even have a mentor that can guide me that the way you are applying, they cannot pick you. Even though you have all the qualities that they are looking for. But the way you are communicating it, they cannot pick you. Until I started meeting mentors that now showed me that it's not only Mandela Washington Fellowship that exists. There are a lot of them that you can apply for. And there are ways to apply for it. And one of the ways to apply for it is called storytelling. You must know how to tell your story. When they are getting your grant application, the thing must look like a story. I didn't know that one before, and it's a skill you need to develop. Creative writing, storytelling. It's something that you need to, it's a whole class on its own. If we start exposing it here, we will not live here today. You understand? So yes, go online, go on YouTube, type storytelling, and start learning. You understand? So I will give some website now that you can get some of the information. The first website is my own website, dayoadetiloye.com. We don't post all the grants, but we do more of coaching and mentoring. So when you come to our platform, you can, anything we post, you are sure that we are ready to mentor you to access it. You understand now? So that's one of the things that is unique about our website. So we don't post some grants that throughout Africa, maybe they want to pick 5 people throughout Africa, not just Nigeria, throughout Africa. So once we look at that, we might not want to post it because the number is too small for the kind of people we have in our database. We have SME, we have at least close to 15,000 in our database. If you want to introduce any opportunity to be something serious that at least maybe 1,000 can benefit, or if it is very little, maybe 100. not 5, 12. You understand? So that is another platform is opportunitydesk.org. Opportunitydesk.org. Visit that platform every week. You will see internship, fellowship, grants, different global competition, the one, and you will see different age range. You will see the one for maybe 18 to 25. You will see the one for 18 to 30. You will see the one for 18 to 35. You can even see the one for 18 to 40. You understand now? So visit those platforms. Then the last one we will also recommend is opportunityforafricans.com. Opportunityforafricans.com. If you are between 18 and 35, visit those platforms every week. Every week, you will see new grants. Then subscribe to their mailing list. Put your best emails you check regularly. You see the reason why you must have emails you check regularly now. Not that you have email that is only once in a month that you open it. Is there anything here? Spend the rest of your on social media. You can also follow those those platforms on social media. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. They also post some of these opportunities on their social media, and those are the places you're supposed to be following. Not a platform that will be singing. They will be singing for you. Oh yeah, focus even. You know, there are some places you follow. To you, those things on their timeline can never improve you. You understand now? So you do something great and interesting. So once you follow those platforms, then you apply. Now, when you are applying, there are some things you need to do. This is where champions. This is how champions win grants. Now, what I want to say is what champion win grants. The fact that you are registered, the fact that you have a business that is solving real problem does not mean you will still win. Now, what I want to say, what differentiates the boys from men is what differentiates people that will win grants. Number one, any grants you see, go and look for people that have won that grant before and communicate. Go and look for them. Any idea, go and research. Research and look for them. They will have one hint to give to you. They might tell you that when you are doing your pitch there, don't use this color. They don't like this color. This is the color they like. You understand now? Them. Ask them if they can help you to review. If they charge for it, please pay. If they charge for review, pay. They ask you that I do it or I don't have time, but if you can pay for my time, I will review your work and they will give you excellent feedback about your work. Things that you can do. If they ask you to pay. I'm saying it now because some people say I don't have money. All the money you have been saving, this is where you should be using it because you want to access God. They ask you to pay for review. Now, another thing you want to look at is the mission of the organization giving grants and your own idea. Does that mission tie together? That means you have to study their call for application. You study it very well. Once you study the call for application very well, then you will now be able to align. You have to ensure that your business aligns with their mission. For example, who wants to solve unemployment problem, how many people will your business employ? If you say it's only you, they want ideas that will transform a whole industry.
Wow.
They want ideas that will transform a whole industry. So let me give you an example. You want to do fish farming. Somebody comes and write a proposal and say, I want to do fish farming. I will buy the fingerlings, I will feed it, and I will sell it. That is my business. And I'm going to make money. I will employ maybe 3 people and thereabouts. You understand now?
Yeah.
So if that is your own business and you submit it and you're going to employ 5 people, They will read it and they will put it aside. Another person come with a proposal and said, this is my business. I want to use fish I want to process fish in such a way that I'm going to be using it to make sardine and geisha. It's going to be Africa geisha and Africa sardine. So this is my idea. I'm going to work with 1,000 fish farmers that will be supplying me fishes.
Wow.
You understand now? And I'm going to also have a factory where we're going to be doing this processing. This factory alone will employ 25 people. Are you getting it now? And that I'm now going to begin our final products. We also have export. We're going to be looking at export opportunity for our final products. Now, somebody that having this thing, I now says that if you give me $5,000, this is the level we are going to start with this whole idea. Because this whole idea, you don't need more than $5,000. And this same person now say, if you give me $5,000, I'm going to set up the factory. I'm going to start with smoking. You understand now? And smoke and pack. Though our vision is to do something that will be Africa geisha and international community, but for a start, we'll start with smoking and packaging. Now, when they see all this, they know that they want to support your vision. That's the first thing. They know that you have a big vision, so they want to support it. Before you know, this person will win grant, and the person that is just producing and feeding and selling will not win the grant. That other thing is transforming the whole industry. It might just be the whole in a particular region. You understand?
Yes.
Idea in grants. So you want to start thinking, what I'm doing now, is it just what everybody is doing, or something that is very, very unique? And it is when you begin to move with people that have won grant before that can help you to transform your idea. You might have a small idea. We meet somebody and the person will help you to turn it around. I say, why not do this? Why not do this? Why not write it this way? And the funniest thing, the whole thing might just be an idea. All this that I've just explained now might just be an idea at idea level. And they will pick this one and they will. So those things are very, very important. I've talked about ensuring that you review your writing. So before we finish this session on grant, I want to drop a new grant that just opened in Nigeria now. New grant is Nigeria Youth Future Funds. I'll say it again. Nigeria Youth Future Funds. The funnest thing about this grant is if you are an individual and you don't have any registration, they will give it to you.
Wow.
It might not be money, but they'll give it to you. If you have already registered, they want to fund projects. For example, this your 30 days of wisdom is a project. You understand? Imagine you are paying your facilitators, people that you are inviting to come here. Imagine you are paying them. You understand? You are spending money on data, all your creatives, you spend money. This is a project, and this is what they are also looking for.
Wow.
But the only thing is, they are now looking at impact, and there is something we call monitoring and evaluation. How do you monitor and evaluate this project? For example, this your current project. How many people started business just because they come to listen to these 30 days of wisdom? How many people started business? How many people, the registration, were you able to gather people to register for it? Were you able to follow up and know the impact? You understand? They want to measure it. How many people register their business with CAC by the virtue of coming live and listening to you? You understand now? To know how many people the impact. They want to know real impact, and it must be measurable. So when you are writing this kind of project now, you will be able to say that you are projecting that at the end of this project, 100 people must have registered their business with CAC. So in your development of this project, you will have done something to ensure that you get people that you will follow up, that will register with CAC. People that will start their, you'll be able to document them, and you will be able to follow up. How do you follow up with them? Maybe after 6 months of this 30 days project, you reach out to your participants again. What has changed? Have you gotten a new job? Gotten a new job because of this 30 days wisdom? How many people have gotten jobs? So those are the ways they measure it, and they want you to implement it. Imagine somebody giving you $3,000 for just coming live like this. $3,000 for just organizing this whole thing. You understand now? That is the power of grants. So I want as many people as possible listen to us to apply. They give individual. They just say they are not asking you to bring registration certificate. They just say your means of identification. Then there's maybe police report and things like that they just want you to upload your identity very well. They know that you are sure of your impact and the output, because grants like this, they do a lot of monitoring and evaluation. In fact, it's major aspect of the work, monitoring and evaluation. They want to evaluate after this whole project, what has changed, any impact on the participants and things like that.
Wow.
No, we've spent a lot of time already.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. I mean,
we'll still look at the other side of our discussion today, which has to be online opportunity. Can I go ahead with online opportunity now?
Well, I think we in fact it has been a super evening. Thank you so much, sir. Wow. And my note is so full. I had to be typing so fast and all. Thank you so much. Well, I don't think we'll be able to do the second part anymore. In fact, it really. Yes, we can do it sometime in the near future. But then I'm sure everybody has been able to write a whole lot of things down. This is super awesome. You started from what business is, why should people even start business, and you took us through a journey of what makes business to fail at this time. And then you gave us statistics. Up to 95% of businesses that start most time will fail in 5 years, and that's really huge. And you told us why those things happen and how to avoid them. And then you were able to take us through now the financial aspect. How do people even get grants? What are the personal things that we should prepare for as a person? And then in the business side, what are the things we need to do? And it is really, even Christopher Bull said he has written up to 3 pages. That's really super awesome. Wow. Even me, I don't know. I was just typing. It's really a whole lot I've written now. I've typed down. And guys, I really want you to watch this video again. Share it with somebody. Some people are doing businesses right now. This is just what they need. And then with this, they can connect with the right set of people, like you mentioned, consultants. They can connect with them, and then they can actually get out of their shell and become very big. They can become the next mini blessing that he talked about. And it's really going to be an amazing one. So please, guys, I just want you to watch the video again. And some of the things he was mentioning, even though he is in Nigeria, some of the website he mentioned, for example, opportunities for Africans, opportunitydesk.com. Many of the information we'll get there are not just for Nigerians, because we have a lot of non-Nigerians watching this right now. We have people from Liberia, we have people from Botswana, we have people from some other countries, and that are going to also watch. And so, guys, it's not just for Nigerians. Because he is in Nigeria, so he gave a lot of Nigeria examples. But Tony Elumelu, for example, is not just for Nigeria, it's for some countries in Africa. So you can check some of these things and check how you can engage them. And these are things that you will not, or it may not be so easy to find them on YouTube or find them for free. And this is what he's sharing. He's sharing a lot of wealth with us, and we are really, really so grateful, sir. So it's not. I will not say unfortunately, because what we spend the time doing is really massive. So we are not able to go to the online opportunity side. I know you have a lot of things to share about that, for example, but then we will not be able to go into that side. But then you are going to have an opportunity to close, which is what we call the closing, is about one minute, right, of saying one thing to us. And if you have just 1 minute to tell us something that you really want to stick with us, you really want us to take away, what will that be? And that is what the closing remark will be. But before we go into that, I just want to do a quick shout out to people. A lot of people have been able to join and they go. Some of them will come back to watch, and I'm sure they will never come to watch and not get a whole lot. So I just want to say a very quick shout out. Appreciate people who have joined in. Lorato Piani, thank you so much for your consistency and support. Thank you so much, Christopher Bull. Thank you for joining in again today. Cody Japa, thank you for joining in. Emmanuel Worship, the TEDx speaker for today. Thank you so much for joining in again. Thank you so much. It was one time our guest. Thank you so much for joining in. Then we have Elizabeth Power. Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for your consistency. Rena, wow. Rena has been joining in since we started too. Thank you so much, Pastor Frederick. Thank you for your support and consistency. Ibn Shalom, I'm so grateful. Thank you for joining in. Brother Gabriel, Rena Peno, Sonia, Emareng, Ari B. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in, and every other person who joined in and they've left. Seen a lot of people joining and left. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. Thank you for your consistency. It's encouraging me. I feel like even applying for a grant right now. Mr. Dayo Adetiloye has been able to open our eyes to a whole lot, and we are really so grateful. All right, so Mr. Dayo, we just want you to give us the last word, like the form of like a minute or so. If you can just tell us what would be your last word to us? What do you want us to take home? What do you want us to put in our pocket and keep very safe? Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, very good. So my parting word would be that you should start early. Anything you want to do, start early. Don't go and wasting your time doing things. There are some people now, the kind of job they are doing, they are not supposed to be doing it. The job is not paying them well. They are not learning on the job. They are just following maybe family prayer. Go and get a job. Go and get a job. Anything you want to do, start early. Once you start, begin to see help. You see education on the job. You see people that will come and help you. You see people that will come and support what you are doing. So anything you want to do, start early. For example, there is a program I host in Ondo State every year. This year now will be the 11th year.
Wow.
You understand? I tell somebody that I've been doing something for 11 years and they look at my age. The only thing they can just say is that I started early. So start early is going to give you leverage in life, and ensure you start mentoring people early enough. Once you see them 18 years, start mentoring them. The ones you know now, the little you know, start telling them what they should do about it, and start grooming people. Because before you know, now you start growing up, then people that we look at him now bringing me on his platform, I was so glad when I received that invitation. Why? Because I see people are moving, people are making progress. So start grooming people and start early. So that will be my parting word. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Kola, I really appreciate it. I'm so happy for what you are doing. You are doing massive work. It is a great work that you're doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Dayo. I'm really so grateful for your time. I know you have a lot of things you are doing. Even me personally, I know, because I know some trainings you do, some consultancy work you do, even the businesses you do and all. And I'm really so grateful you are able to make our time to come. I remember when I was coming to North Cyprus, I called you. I don't know if you remember. I called you and I was telling you that I want to take a master's in this course. And what do you think? And then you said, yes, it's a good thing. Go, but then make sure sure you keep developing yourself when you go. And that one was something with me. And I really want to thank you for your consistency, basically. Thank you for your time also again today. And thank you everyone for listening today. I'm sure you really learned a whole lot. And tomorrow we'll continue with Mrs. Abisola Babatunde. He's going to talk about Made to Make It. And it's going to be a conversation around a book that she wrote. And guys, it's really, really going to be an awesome one. And on Sunday we'll continue. And on Monday we'll continue. Today is the 19th. Guys, before we know it, 30 days will be complete, and then it will be a success, I believe. So I just want to encourage you, if you have been consistent since we started, please put more effort, please come around, keep encouraging me, and then keep learning also, and keep telling a friend about it. It only can get better. You can see what we had today. This was a master class on its own. It's just that it's a short time master class. So if you want more, you can go, chat him on his DM. You can chat him about business development, about business proposals and all those kind of things. He does them. Then you can check his website. That website has been available since when I was in OAU. We used to read your blog that time. A lot of opportunities, and I want to encourage you guys. You're going to really learn a lot in those places. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your time. Everyone, let's have a wonderful evening. I just want to play the song Overflow again for about 30 seconds before I go. Thank you, sir. You can actually log out if you want to go. Thank you, sir. We're taking over. Woo! Walking in abundance. Wow. 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 We have speed. Yeah. This is powered by knowledge. I just want to say, you cannot just get all these things and just go away. Make sure you are doing something with them. Make sure you are doing something with them. Thank you so much. Let's have a wonderful evening, guys. Let's have a wonderful evening. Working in abundance. We are moving. We are moving by speed. That is Sinachi's song, Overflow. All right, guys. Let's have a wonderful weekend. We'll walk in abundance. I will move with speed by the power of the Spirit. Yes.